All right, man. Tracy Walke was NFC Player of the Year. But first, we're gonna talk about Aaron Glenn. The brother Aaron Glenn will be the first up. He'd be battered up to interview for the Denver Broncos head coaching vacancy. Let's talk about it. Thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. That subscribe button is the bell icon button. Hit all notifications. Increase your chance. Notifications is the best way you can help me out right now. Now, kind of two things had to happen. You had to have the will. You had to have the free will to be able to do this. Now, he had to want an interview for this job, okay? And then he had to be granted the release or the permission to interview for this job. And the Detroit Lions not holding him back. Now, you can say, well, the Lions should have held him back. You don't want to get that reputation. Okay? You don't want to get that reputation, bro, where you stop your assistant, you stop your assistants from, shining. If you stop your assistants from shining, you know what I'm saying? You know, from shining, then people not gonna want to come and be assistants in Detroit. And then it'd be inconsistency because you said you wanted to get Deuce Staley, to that pinnacle where he can get a head coaching job, but then Deuce can go out there and get opportunities, but Aaron Glenn can't get opportunities based off what he did. Hypocrisy and hating will be the two words that'll be synonymous with that. So, good job for them. Great job for them for doing what they're supposed to be doing. It's a rarity. It's a big rarity in this for the Lions to be doing great things. But that's basically an unspoken rule. You can't block nobody less. Only time you really have people block if they going to try to interview for a rival. So part of some other things, but Aaron Glenn will be the first to interview for the Broncos head coaching job on Thursday, so tomorrow. So Aaron Glenn will interview with Broncos GM George Patton on Thursday. Hopefully I said that right. So earlier this week, we learned Detroit Lions defensive coordinator Aaron Glenn was on the Broncos list of prospective candidates for their head coaching vacancy among the 9 other candidates. On Wednesday, Broncos reporter Mike Cleese noted that Glenn, now scheduled to interview with the team for Thursday, the first head coaching interview that will be done by Denver. Other candidates who have reportedly booked interviews are Packers offensive coordinator Nathaniel Hackett. Why did that name just sound so familiar, bro? I'm sorry, I gotta definitely check who this dude is. Sound like a former player. Fullerton, California. I almost went to school. This is Cal State Fullerton. I should have went out to Cali. I probably never moved back to Detroit. So he's just a coach. It sounds like a familiar name. Sound like a black name. He white though. Friday, he be interviewed Friday. Packers quarterbacks coach Luke Gasty was interviewed Saturday, and Denver has also requested interviews for the following coaches: Patriots linebacker coach Jerron Merrill, former player; Cowboys defensive coordinator Dan Campbell; Cowboys offensive coordinator Kellen Moore. Now, Green Bay got a bye, so they coordinators go interview. Dallas Cowboys got a game, I believe. It is Sunday at 4:30 p.m. slot versus 49, which everybody tend to pick the 49ers. Chiefs are sending offensive coordinator Eric Bieniemy. Shout out to Eric. Hopefully you get the job. Eagles defensive coordinator Jonathan Gannon. Rams offensive coordinator Kevin O'Connell. And former Eagles head coach Doug Peterson and Bill Brian Callahan. So it's 3 black coaches. So for sure they're not playing with the Rooney Rule. But thing you need to look about is, they need offense. So the offensive coaches, Moore, Bieniemy, Kevin O'Connell, and 2 guys from Green Bay, and Doug Peterson. And Bengals offensive coordinator Brian Callahan. So those are the guys they probably really need to be targeting is all defense. So, if you had to be honest with the guy I'm rooting for the most, I don't know Hackett, I don't know Gassy, and I don't know Brian Callahan. Guy I'm rooting for the most is Eric Bieniemy. And then I'll be rooting for Doug Peterson because I think he got done dirty in Philly. Those be 2 guys I root for that job. Aaron Glenn, I'm rooting for him too, though, because I hate to see him go, but it is what it is. He said, I won't read too much into the Glenn being amongst the first interview, as literally every other candidate for the job is in the playoff save for Doug Peterson. Last week, I think Doug Peterson took time off. Last week, Land to local reporters. Okay, we know what he said, but can't block nobody from an opportunity. So I mean, it is what it is, man. Happy for the guy. Gonna make the most of it. Also, people forgot he interviewed for the Jets job. He was a Jet. They showed him love. He interviewed for the Jets job as well too. So that's cool. So I mean, that's where we at with it, man. And it is what it is. You know. It is what it is, man. But yeah, I wish the best, man, and hopefully we continue to trend in the right direction. So hopefully he was helping some. Hopefully he was his assistant or guy that may take over if he in the building, But like I said before, the Lions are still early in the transition mode, so they can bring in somebody new or somebody want to implement a new defense. They good enough to go to multiple. Their personnel is still perfect before the draft to stay in the 4-3. You're talking about the 4-3. Who would it look like? You probably need to find a middle linebacker. I like the guy from Georgia, good guy from Utah as well. You like those guys. But if you go to a 4-3, if you switch real quick, not to get off topic, if you go to a 4-3, then you got to find a middle guy. You got to ask yourself, eventually, do you believe Derek Barnes will be good enough to be on the weak or the strong side? That's a question to be had. Question is, can he, or do you feel like he's good enough to be in the middle? That's a question. So it'd be a little bit, a couple personnel things, but honestly, bro, they learn the 3-4, stick with it. But if you're talking about the D line, that would benefit I think it'd benefit Andy Zorcada the most. Slide him in, McNeil in, rotate Penency, put Romeo Hen back in the dirt. So I mean they could do whatever they want, but 3-4 as well they played, that might be the trend. So but yeah, man, I hate to see Glenn leave, but if he could better himself, man, I'm never telling nobody they gotta stay under me. Oh, Nick, you gotta stay under me, man. I'm bigger, because I'm bigger. No, I'm all about crease, get your opportunity, get your money. Um, grow. Got some people that don't want you to grow. You got some people that want you to stay in the same position as you. Even if you can elevate them, they want you, you know, other than that, that is what it is. So I mean, but that's it, man. But hey, you got Tracy Walker up in here. Shout out to Mr. Walker. One of my favorite lines, man. He be everywhere, man. Box games got really good. He actually won NFC. I think it was Defensive Player of the Week. So hold on, let's go to Twitter. Hold on, he won Defensive Player of the Week. Hold on, I'm all over the place here. Here we go. So want to shout him out. Hopefully come back. They find a deal. Says good morning. Tracy Walker's been named NFC Defensive Player of the Week, Week 18. He balled. He had 1,000 tackles. He had the game-winning pick. So you start winning, you're doing good things. You start to get notoriety. One of the biggest regrets to be for the Lions of recent. One of the biggest ones should be that they, in my opinion, that they didn't do it. They didn't win games enough for guys like a guy like Glover Quinn to be recognized as one of the better safeties. All right, because he was one of the best safeties in the game, and they didn't win enough while he was doing his thing. So, for me, it was unfortunate, but but I always remember big time plays he made. Remember he sealed the game and made, I think, Thielen fumble in Minnesota. I never forget things like that. Never will. So shout out to him. But Tracy Walker, I see big things, man, and like I said, keep him. Obviously they said, and, I did the season review on the season wrap up with Brad Holmes. He said that They're looking at safety and receiver, looking at the perimeter. So, like I said before, Kyle Hamilton apply. Love Hamilton. We'll see, but the dude from Ohio State might be a problem as well too. The receiver from Ohio State. So we'll see. Then also you got Jameson Williams who hurt himself. You got Jameson Williams who hurt himself, bro, and Meacham who hurt himself. So yeah, there's gonna be some value where they got the compensatory picks at. I'll tell you now, it's gonna be a ton of value. Ton of value. So, but shout out to Walker, man. Big time player. Love to see him back in Detroit expeditiously. uh Man, and the thing about us too, man, why some people, need to know why it's important to bring a guy like him back is because it's very hard to find guys that want to be in Detroit and be. He said he want to be part of this culture. It's very hard. So you want to be here, man. That's the thing about Jeremy Grant. That's why it's probably hard for them to. That's probably why it's hard for them, to think about getting rid of him because he want to be here, bro. So guys that want to be in Detroit in any professional team, sports profession, we need to value them. We need to value those guys. But shout out to Walker, big accomplishment. Hopefully, many more to come in the Detroit Lions uniform. If not, hopefully, still many more. Hopefully many more to come, man. Nothing but success. Shout out to A. Glenn. Hopefully, you do what's best for your family. Eventually, we keep trending in the right direction. You will be, head coach in this league, man. So, you will be a head coach in this league. But other than that, appreciate the love, support. Check out Detroit Lions Talk playlist for more videos like this. Detroit Lions Talk playlist. Yup. Want to make a financial donation? Cash App CJ Good 313, Venmo CJ Good 313. PayPal link description. Cash App Venmo roll at the bottom of the screen. Also, it's in the description. Best way you can find me on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. You got a business question, inquiry, sponsorship, video request, all my social media links there. Twitter's the fastest way, then Facebook, then Instagram. Okay. Reach out if you got, business question, inquiry, sponsor, bill request, whatever it may be. Want to make a financial donation, $ Cash App, CJ Good 313, Venmo, CJ Good 313, PayPal link description. Appreciate the love, support. Let me know what you think in the comment section. I'm sorry, I'm a little distracted if I repeated myself, but a little bit behind. Appreciate the love, support, man. Y'all know what the business is. Peace. All right, I want you guys to go support Piston Mike. Y'all go to the subscribe button. He at 480 right now. Let's get him to 1,000, 100,000, 500,000, million subscribers as soon as possible, man. Let's help him put it down. Make sure you go over there and subscribe. If you like the Pistons, you want to support me, think about sending me a donation. Best way you can help me right now is go subscribe over to Piston Mike and go help him get his numbers up, putting in work, hard work, smart work, dedicated work, consistent work. So make sure you go over there and appreciate that work. So remember, the name is Piston Mike, and I had a link in the description. If you have a problem finding it on YouTube, it'll be under source link or Piston Mike channel link in the description. Peace.